Hi everyone, my name is Sydney Lucero, and for today's video, I'm going to show to you how to do an aseptic technique in order for us to be protected against pathogens and infectious diseases. But first, we have to put on a lab gown to protect ourselves. Next, we have to put on a pair of gloves. Next, we have to put on a mask. Next, we have to put on a goggle. But I don't have the goggles, but I will just use this pair of eyeglass to protect my eyes. Now let me show you the equipment or the materials that I will be using to perform the aseptic technique. So all of these materials are just improvised. So these are the materials that I will be using. First, we have the inoculation loop and the inoculation needle. Next, we have the liquid media, the petri dish, and the candle that I will be using instead of a Bunsen burner. Lastly, we have the test tube. Now that we are complete and protected against microbes, so now I will perform the aseptic technique. So let's start the procedure on transferring a liquid cultured media to a petri dish. First is we have to sterilize the inoculating loop by placing it into the flame. Next, we have to open the liquid media and put the mouth on the flame for sterilization and dip the inoculation loop. And for sterilization again, we have to put the mouth and cover it with its cover. Next is we have to open the petri dish and spread the inoculation loop, and we have to make sure that we have to spread it evenly in the petri dish. Now we have to cover the petri dish and sterilize the inoculating loop. Next is we will be transferring a liquid cultured media to a liquid media. So first we have to sterilize the inoculation loop and open the cultured media, and for sterilization we have to put the mouth on the flame and dip the inoculating loop in the cultured media. And then we have to sterilize the liquid cultured media and cover it with its cover. Now we have to get the liquid media and open it and put it on the flame for sterilization and dip the inoculation loop in the liquid media and sterilize it by placing it in the flame and covering it and sterilizing the inoculation loop. Now we are going to transfer a culture media from the petri dish to the liquid media with the use of an inoculation needle. First, we have to get a microbe from the petri dish. Make sure to dip into just one colony of the cultured media and transfer it into the liquid media.
Dip the inoculating needle into the liquid media and then covered the liquid media. Next is to sterilize the inoculation loop. Next is we are going to transfer a cultured bacteria from the petri dish to the liquid media. First, we're going to sterilize the inoculation loop and dip into one colony of the petri dish. Now, we are going to open the liquid media and sterilize it and dip the inoculation loop into the liquid media. Lastly, we are going to sterilize the inoculation loop and we're done. So, in this next video, I'm going to show to you how to remove your PPE effectively or properly. Especially in this pandemic, we are using PPE more than we usually use in our daily lives. So, for added information, I'm going to add this clip on how to properly put on the PPE or the personal protective equipment. So, in removing your PPE, first thing we have to do is we should disinfect the outer gloves. Next is we are going to remove our shoe cover, or we call it as boot cover, and we should make sure that we only touch the inside, because if we touch the outside it is contaminated. So we should refrain from touching the outside of the shoe cover. So in discarding the shoe cover, we should touch the inside of it and put it in the trash bin. Next is we should disinfect the outer glove.
Now let us remove the outer glove, and we should make sure that we shouldn't touch the contaminated part. And don't forget to put it on the trash can. Disinfect the inner gloves. Next is we discard the goggles, put it in the trash can, and disinfect the inner gloves and remove the hoodie. Disinfect the inner gloves again. Next is we have to remove our overall, unzip, and make sure there is only minimal touching of the PPE so that our gloves will be less contaminated. So we should shake our body in order for the PPE to be removed. Discard the overall and make sure to touch only the inside and avoid touching the outside because the outside is considered contaminated. Put it in the trash bin. Next is we have to disinfect the gloves.
Now take off the gloves and make sure to not touch the outer part and discard it and put it in the trash bin. Now let us disinfect our hands. Now let's put on a new pair of gloves. Now let us remove the face mask. Now disinfect the gloves. So now let us clean the improvised boots. Last part, we have to disinfect the gloves, discard it, and perform hand hygiene.